Well, Gabriel, that is a good question, and it is extremely worrying when you hear um, news agencies and NGOs saying that sort of figure that perhaps 10,000 children have gone missing. Now, on the one hand, it's very right to be extremely concerned about that. Um, it's into the larger issue of refugees arriving into Europe, but no governments taking responsibility for the lives and the futures of these people, whatever age they are. Um, and ultimately, what that means is that children that are arriving, especially unaccompanied children, now remember, something like 300 children, 300 children arrive in the UK every year unaccompanied seeking asylum. So it's not an entirely unknown phenomenon, but we're talking about many thousands of children arriving into Europe recently since 2015, over 2015, who are unaccompanied, and it is very, very worrying. But it is probably worth caveating that it's very hard to document where anyone is, where any of the refugees are. So when we talk about that there are children that are missing, a lot of that is because a lot of the NGOs and a lot of governments don't have a handle on the situation at all. So while it is a worrying phenomenon because there are so many children that are entering into Europe, and especially into Europe in 2015. We have to temper that worry a little bit because we just don't know where so many people are, and it's so hard to keep track of people in general. But what I think when I started this answer, I think the big issue of why governments are not taking responsibility sufficiently to answer the problem of the refugee crisis. That is the big question, and that is the big reason that there is no handle on the refugees coming into Europe in general, and so it impacts the most vulnerable of these people, which is the unaccompanied children.